All right, Jaime, listen up, man. This is what we gonna do right here. You gonna act like you gonna go hit him with the overhand right. You gonna feint it, you know what I'm saying? And you just gonna knock him out his shoes because you know that's what we paid for already. We already got it set up. In the 9th round, he gonna take the dive. You know what I'm talking about? So just go ahead and just feint with the right, even though it's not gonna be the end of the fight, but we gonna set up a conspiracy theory for the conspiracy theorists to set up the conspiracy. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
So what you gonna do is just hit him with the feint. Like you gonna hit him with the right, but you don't really touch him. But it's gonna look like you knocked him out his shoes, you know, shoes, zapatos. You knock him out zapatos. Translate that shit for me.
Mira, Jaime, mira. Finga a la derecha como si fueras a sacarlo de sus zapatos. ¿Bien? Bien.
A few moments later.
Was a statement winning. Was a statement winning.
Not like this.
Was a statement winning.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Dr. PG NGM. Praise God to get money back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. We are back again, man, with Engineers to the Streets. The doctor's in the house. Y'all know what it is, man. We are here for 3-minute round rundown to talk about the Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder card. And of course, those of you unfamiliar with the segment that I call 3-minute round rundown, you know, it's what we split up and when we take everything that transpired throughout the duration of the fight card event and squeeze it into one 3-minute round bout, man. 1 round bout of a professional boxing fight, which is the duration of 3 minutes. So we try to talk a little fast, you know what I'm saying? I try to be very quick, you know. I'm trying to give you all a quick video right now, but hey, y'all know I'm a pugilist enthusiast and I'm very loquacious. So, you know, although I end up being long-winded at times, I do my best to try to give you, I do my best to try to give you everything in a concise fashion while simultaneously maintaining that comprehensive, you know, explanation and stuff like that.
First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
So, yeah, let's get right to it. First off, I know y'all seen the intro, man. It's been crazy, man. Y'all know what it is. We gonna get to that a little later. But first off, you know, before I even start, what am I doing? Bring up the clock, baby. 3-minute rundown starts right now. So first I'll start off the fight card, man. We had the 3 big fights. If you look at my predictions back over there, you know, let's bring up the fight card right here. There's the promo right there. If you look at my prediction to it, I said don't be surprised if the women have the best fight from a competitive standpoint on the event. And sure enough, I wasn't wrong, man. So shout out to Gabriela Fundora and Christina Cruz. That was a banger of a fight. I feel like Christina Cruz, you could tell that she was kind of cheated a little bit. It was the final round and it was stopped. You know, I feel like the referee could have warned her. She kind of tripped. Their feet kind of got tangled up a little bit. Granted, Fundora was gonna win either way, but still, it's like you go all the way to the final round. Might as well let me finish it. You know, I thought that the ref didn't give her a warning to tell her to turn around. You know, when she turned her back, she should have. You never turn your back. But when your feet cross up and you stumble and you're covering up, she maintained, she was protecting herself the whole time. She was covering up, but the ref. And you know, but she did turn her back, you know, but she didn't know where, she kind of lost Fundora. She didn't know where the punches coming from, so she just covered up. I feel like the ref should have, I'm not gonna say he should have, if he's not gonna get in there, he should at least said, hey, turn around, or I'm gonna stop the fight. We saw that on the previous card, the undercard of, I believe it was the Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jonas, when there was a fight on the undercard where you could visibly see and hear the referee say, turn around, protect yourself, because the dude wasn't protecting himself, and he stopped the fight, rightfully so. But this ref, I feel like, was a little premature, so I can understand why Christina Cruz was upset, but she was gonna lose anyway. But still, like, let her finish the fight. I feel like he could have warned her and said, hey, you know, turn around, but he didn't. All right, so next up was Oscar Collazo versus Gutierrez. And Collazo, he got him up out of there in quick fashion. You know, he's like a stud at that weight division, man. So I anticipate him to show us more. I think it was a 4th round knockout, if I'm not mistaken. So he did very well. Now let's get to the main event, man. This is where I want to spend a lot of time, is Jaime Munguia versus John Ryder, man. I put money on this one, you know, and those of you that checked out the prediction, I called this one to the exact round, man. I said it was gonna be a 9th round stoppage by John Ryder. by Jaime Munguia on John Ryder. While John Ryder is a very durable fighter, very tough fighter, John the Gorilla Ryder, I just feel like Jaime Munguia was gonna be a little bit too much with him, gonna be a little too much for him, too busy. You know, he throws a high, he punches at a high rate, large volume of punches, and sure enough, Jaime Munguia just overwhelmed John Ryder in the 9th round for the stops. I did not bet on the exact round, but I did bet on the KO, and I did of course bet on my Jaime Munguia winning. So I'm gonna be a little nice piece of change, man. Rock will be best. The second time I guess the exact round, I did also with Bam Rodriguez versus Sonny Edwards. Now back to this little conspiracy, man. I've been seeing it's really like it's really sad to see, man, you know, because I feel like when you have these conspiracies, not saying that you shouldn't have it or whatever, that's what you want to do, but when it comes from people that are supposedly boxing purists and pugilist enthusiasts like myself, it kind of makes me question your judgment, because it's like, yeah, you can question things, and don't get me wrong, if John Ryder did dive, that wouldn't be the most shocking thing I've seen. Come on, I live in the world with you, baby. The world is full of conspiracies and stuff like that, and people doing the wrong thing and nefarious dealings in the background. But I feel like when you make that allegation, you got to be sure. You got to give me more than just that little footage that they show with him dropping. Bro, if you watch boxing, you know what a delayed reaction is, man. We're gonna go to the footage right now. Go ahead and show it. If you see from that thing and how they kind of conveniently picked the spot to start from, yeah, it looks like he took a dive from the right hand. But if you watch the fight, he like he took a dive from the feint of the right hand, from the threat of it. But if you watch the full fight and you watch it in real time, there was nothing suspect about that fall. The Jaime Munguia hit him with a flush right hand before that, flush. And you can see John Ryder even in this clip. If you know that now, or if you just go back and do a little research, you can tell that he was a little flustered and his equilibrium was off before that fight. So that's what caused him to fall, albeit at a delayed reaction when it comes to the delayed reaction of the first punch. So it looked like he fell from the threat or the feint of the overhand right of Munguia, but that was actually a convenient splitting. And it's really sad that I have to even address this, because like I said, not only does that, if you're gonna make that allegation, that's a serious allegation. If you're gonna make that allegation, you got to give me more than a delayed knockdown. You know what I'm saying? And that's number one. Number two, the fight didn't end there. You know what I'm saying? John Ryder goes on and gets dropped again, like 30 seconds later, not even, like probably like 20 seconds after that.
But wait, there's more.
And then the fight still doesn't stop there. His corner actually throws in the towel to end it on the ropes. So it's like, if you go make these allegations, like, bro, this fight wasn't even pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Even with technology these days, if you want to go, say you don't buy the pay-per-view, which if you're a box fan, I don't see why you wouldn't. And then say this was just on DAZN, so why don't you just go watch it on DAZN if you don't have a subscription? You know what? Like I said, it's not on pay-per-view. So it's easy to bootleg if that's what you want to do. So my point is, the resources and the capabilities are there. I'm not advocating for you to bootleg it now, so don't come looking for me.
Ha! Got him! Got him!
I'm just saying that if you really wanted to watch it, you could do that. And why wouldn't you want to watch Jaime Munguia? Whether you believe in him or not as a contender or a champion at 168, he's definitely exciting. John Ryder's he's a durable fighter. He's always gonna be with the, you know what I'm saying? He gonna stand on business. You know what I'm talking about? I want to say with the shits, but I don't know why I'm trying to be censored. But you know, he's always with the bang bangs.
Nigga, you gay.
So pause. So yeah, so I was like, why would you watch that fight? And you could watch that fight. So why would you make this allegation off of that? I feel like that to call yourself a if you do believe that, I just feel like you're exposing yourself as a casual. That's what we need to do, man. I made this video, go check it out, about saying that boxing is racist. I was actually targeting casual fans that say outrageous things like this. Oh, Hispanic boxers, man, they only come forward. They have no head movement. They're easy targets. What about these guys?
See, jab, lots of jabs, nothing landed. However,
okay, then what about the white boxers? You know, the stigma on them is that, oh, they're not slick. They lack stylistic presence. Well, what about these gentlemen?
and Beaker couldn't avoid him. Oh!
And then what about Asian boxers? You know, Asian boxers stigma on them is that they don't have power. They lack power, or they're only decent at smaller divisions. Well, what about these gentlemen here? And then of course you have the black boxers. You know, back in the day they said, oh, they're too savage. They're not they're not smart enough to appreciate the sport. Right? That's what they said, right? Well, they got the savage part down. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't be savage. But as far as the art and intelligence goes, no one demonstrates it more than these two. They're the smartest people in the sport. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this fighter only looks like, if you look like this, then you're gonna fight like this. Or if this person only does this because he's this, or she only does this because she's this. But it's like, when you were boxing, you only have to be a purist like that, but if only it seems like casuals are the ones that perpetuate and spread these stigmas and these allegations. It's like, it's okay if you're not if you don't really pay attention, but if you don't really pay attention, why are you making comments like this? So it's up to us, the truth boxing fans, to kind of, you know, throw water on the fire and expose these ones, man, and not listen to them, because I just don't understand. Like, yeah, go check out. I wasn't saying boxing, the sport is racist. What I'm saying is that the casuals that think like that are the ones that hurt the sport, and I feel like that's a very that was a very whimsical allegation to say, because I feel like that diminishes John Ryder's capability. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that it could be completely untrue, but if you're gonna make such a claim and an allegation, and you're gonna assess such a judgment, then you got to give me more than a delayed knockdown. We see that all the time. Like, so I just feel like I watched the whole fight in real time. It was a bang bang thing, and I thought nothing of it. And I actually knew that the second hit didn't hit him, but I saw the first hit that hit him, and I didn't think that it was anything that was suspicious there. But you know what I'm saying, I just feel like we gotta weed these fools out, man. But anyway, back to the fight. I ain't gonna spend too much time on there. I'm not even gonna entertain that anymore than I did. I already feel like I addressed that too much. You know, we going over the time. We probably already surpassed the 3 minute time anyway, but it's already expired. But yeah, so Jaime Munguia, of course, who's next. A lot of people say he called out Canelo. If you watch the fight, he didn't really call out Canelo. They asked him who's he want to fight next, and he said, I'm willing to fight any champion. And then the guy now he added specificity and said, okay, bet, I can't lure you into the question, so I'm gonna just ask you outright, would you like to fight Canelo? And Jaime Munguia gave one of the most respectful answers ever. He was like, yeah, he said, man, I would love to fight Canelo. It'd be an honor to share the ring with Canelo. So he really, show him paying respects and stuff like that. So he did say that he would like to fight Canelo. Hell, I like to fight Canelo, all that, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think it was more of a call out. It was more of an acknowledgement and saying that he would like to fight it, like wishful thinking. So it'll be on his wish list. Of course. So who could Jaime Munguia fight next? I would like to see Jaime Munguia fight. I think he has options. Of course, I like to see him fight Canelo. I like to see him fight Caleb Plant. You know, there's so many people. Benavidez, David Morrell, Jermall, Charlo, Big Charlo. There's so many people, man. Berlanga. So that's just to name a few off the top of the dome. Be honest with you, man, I think Jaime Munguia, although I like him, I always make this comparison between him and Ryan Garcia. Like, you know, Ryan Garcia 135 to 140 is Tank. Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, Devin Haney, Subriel Matias, Shakur Stevenson. Out of them, I like Ryan Garcia a lot, but I think I like Ryan Garcia and Tank the most. But I like Tank the most. I think he's the best. Ryan Garcia, I like him a lot, but I think that he's the least skilled out of those. That's the same thing I say with Jaime Munguia. I like Jaime Munguia, but I think out of Morrell, David Benavidez, Canelo, I think he loses to all of them. I like his chances against Berlanga, but I still will kind of lean towards Berlanga right now, Edgar Berlanga. But and Jermall Charlo, I would lean towards Jermall Charlo over Munguia as well as Caleb Plant. I would lean towards them over Jaime Munguia. But it's gonna be an exciting fight. It's must see. I want to see it. And speaking of Canelo, according to Michael Benson, Canelo is set to fight Big Charlo, Jermall Charlo, next. So that's according to reports. You know, Michael Benson on Twitter, he got all the news. So it's seldom that he's wrong. But you know, I don't really like to report on things that haven't been officially announced because it changes all the time. Look at Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, then there was Ryan Garcia and Pitbull Cruz, there was Ryan Garcia, Romero, now Romero fighting Cruz. So I like to wait till it's a little more official, but I just wanted to share that with y'all. So it looks like Canelo's probably fighting Jermall Charlo, and they said possibly fighting Crawford next after that if things go well. But yeah, I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, man. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think Jaime Munguia really is there really a conspiracy theory worth noting or paying attention to? Do you think John Ryder really took the dive? I feel like that's so disrespectful to him, man. John Ryder's a warrior. I'd be disappointed if that was the case. It wouldn't be the craziest thing, but I think to entertain that is very irresponsible and disingenuous at best, man. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always. Don't forget to like the video. We out. God bless. And as always, without God, I'm nothing, but with God, I can do anything. Y'all be easy. Peace. Love y'all, man.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.